It has been some time.
Vincent.
You remember me. Interesting.
I remember all of it.
Do you? No. I suspect not. You see, my dear, if your memory truly served you, you would not have presumed to involve yourself in my affairs, as you have. You would have known it could only end in destruction, and yet here you are. So, tell me, what is it that you hope to achieve here today?
You took everything from me. My life, my future. I'm going to make you pay.
Oh my, that is precious. You infiltrate my encampment, rain your fury down on my men, hijack my airship, and then you come to tell me that I have stolen from you.
You took Reka.
Reka was never yours to have, and now she is where she belongs. And you, my dear, you cannot hope to comprehend. You have not seen what I have seen. You are just a loose end, waiting to be tied up.
Maybe. But I have this.
My word. Shall we have a happy ending after all?
I don't know about that. But this is mine. And if you want it, then here I am.
If you insist.
Not once, but twice! Try to keep up. You're going down! Whoopsie! That will not happen again. Your end is upon you. I'm here. Here I come. Have you given up? That's it! I grow weary of waiting, Haruna. I'm coming for you. Try to keep up. Your end is near. This will hurt. to figure me out, are you? Time to end this dance! Thanks for your generosity. Have you given up?
This is all my fault, really. I should have dealt with you 4 years ago, rather than leave you like this, without closure, without direction. This is my greatest flaw. I strive for justice, but too often I settle for mercy. Not this time.
I wasn't sure you'd take the leap.
I realized I didn't want to die.
We're not out of the woods just yet. Haruna, we got incoming bogeys. Grab that gun. I don't know what went on between you and Vincent.
I got one!
Good job. Got more?
These guns are so powerful!
Yeah, they are. Just avoid overheating them. Holy! You're something to see.
That could mean a lot of things.
Presents back home.
That can't be good.
Bastard scratching up the paint. Come on now, Haruna, keep it up. We're gonna break through.
I got this.
One almost got through. Almost. Less to worry about.
Last one.
That was a close call.
I just think twice about traveling under a bag of volatile gas.
I need a drink. Oh. Vincent can be a generous soul. Keeps his people content, cozy. But he's a selfish creature. If I know anything, there's a reserved stock with his name on it. 1868. Vincent, you bastard. Close calls.
Where is Rekka?
She was being held at an old society station in Sintra, Portugal. Vincent runs it now.
She was being held? I thought you knew where she was.
Look, the people we're up against, they're driven. They have endless resources. This is an evolving plan. I might not know exactly where Reika is, but I can pick up her trail in Sintra.
What exactly does Vincent want with her?
You ever been to the Fold?
Peak that I've never actually dived.
Vincent found something down there. Call it Session.
What is that?
Bad medicine. Presence. Trapped in the Fold. I've never seen it myself, but I've seen what it does. I've seen strong questers' minds snap. I've seen them die, shades blown to stardust. But it woke some inside Vincent. He's obsessed with unleashing that thing. Trouble is, he can't quite reach it. He's a good diver.
But not as good as Reika.
Bingo.
According to this ledger, the Ascendants have been moving a lot of machinery out of Sintra.
I know where this is going. Now, our plan was to pick up Reika's trail, not tour Matos's toy shop.
Find Reika, yes. But keep an eye out for any blueprints or schematics. It may help us piece together exactly what the Ascendants are up to.
Just to be clear, I'm only in this for Reika. I'll grab your blueprints if I chance upon them. But I'm not joining any cause.
In case you hadn't noticed, we aren't in a position to make any demands. We'll take all the help we can get.
Oh, and Haruna, I'm about to have a look in Vincent's office, and I'd like a research buddy. It's behind the bar, in case you decide to join me. It should be interesting.
Bukra?
That's right.
May I? Should we have a look? Bloody hell.
Vincent's not much for understatement. What you did back at the temple, what was that?
It's difficult to describe. It's like seeing events before they actually happen, and then making them real.
I've never seen anything like it. You have unique Umbric abilities. A real quester.
You're a quester.
Eh. I'm a student of secrets, but I will never see the Fold. It's a limitation. You touch the Fold. Feel it. My mother would call you Nganga. The healer who communes with the other world. Like magic, I suppose.
I don't feel very magical.
Precisely. It's natural to you. Cogs and sprockets, books and diagrams. That is where I live. Ah, here we are. Speaking of, I have some reading to do.
Haruna, we're coming up on Sintra. Meet me in the bridge.
Aruna, wondered when you stopped by. You look like a woman with questions. And you're in luck, kiddo. I might just have some answers.
Thank you, George. I gather you and Luther are old friends.
Partners in crime for longer than I care to remember. Opposite sides of the same old coin.
Funny, you strike me like you don't have a care in the world. As for Luther, I know he puts on an air of levity, but there's a deep sadness to him, like lingering smoke.
Now hold up there. I'm not in the habit of spilling another man's beans, and definitely not based on you sensing smoke, no matter how much I want to help you. Maybe there's another reason for what you're sensing.
Well, I don't know when he last washed that coat, but...
I don't either, but here's hoping he's caught in the rain sometime soon, eh? Luther, if not for that man, I'd be dead a dozen times over. That darkness. It might be the only way he keeps the pain in check. Pain like Luther's got. It'll never go away. So he uses it. It's what drives him to help people when he can, and fight those who'd unleash suffering on the world. It's why he'll never have a more loyal friend, or determined enemy. Or sometimes, both at once. Remind me to tell you the story of how he and I met sometime.
Let's have that story then.
Sure. How's that one go again? Right. This was back in 73? No, 74. Eventually, they called that particular bloodbath the Red River War. At the time, we just called it hell. I was on the Union side. The Indians, well, they had Luther.
Indian? I thought this was... right. You're saying Luther fought American soldiers?
It was a different army. And he was different then, too. The people that raised him were fighting to their last stand against enemies who would never stop coming, it turned out. I was part of the 9th Cavalry. We'd taken losses, they'd taken losses, the whole thing turned into chaos. Leastways, it sure seemed that way. Especially when I got separated from my regiment. I'd only just realized I was cut off when a stray shot, whose I couldn't say, they had long rifles themselves, went straight through my horse's neck. Next thing I know, I'm waking up next to a dead horse and a bloody tree stump with a bloody knot on my forehead. Don't know how long I was out, but the battle had moved on. I'd just gotten to my feet, had to make sure I could, when Luther found me. He'd been scouting our flank and his own horse threw him when a cannon spooked her. My rifle was under a ton of dead horse, but I managed to draw down on him just as his pistol cleared the holster. So we stood there, two bloody, muddy fools on a cold battlefield, moments away from ending each other's stories for good. Don't worry, a bunny rabbit stopped us, but that's a longer story.
If we come in low, along this line, the ridge should hide our approach.
That's a good hike from the Quinta.
Any closer and we risk detection.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Ah, Haruna. I'd like to introduce you to Fortunato, mapmaker extraordinaire and our designated navigator. That tall order over there is our pilot, Astra. You can thank her for losing our Ascendant friends.
Pleased to meet you.
Piacere.
Good to meet you, Haruna.
We're coming in on Sintra. I'll be heading down to the landing platform in a few.
So, tell me, Haruna, how are you adapting to your new surroundings?
Well, the Morning Star is certainly impressive. I've never been aboard anything like it.
Her. Anything like her. Our sea may be the sky, but the Morning Star's still a ship, and every inch a lady. Now listen, please. I want to go over some basic rules for passengers on my ship. And make no mistake, you may be a quester, and you may be helping out, but you are not truly part of this crew. Not until I say you are. Understand? Nothing I am about to say is to be taken personally. It is not your fault that when it comes to airships, you are almost certainly inept at best, dangerous at worst.
Why would I take that personally?
First, you never ever touch these controls. You are not qualified. You are not rated. You are not welcome to twist a single knob or even flip one switch unless I tell you to. Second, Mara, my daughter, is old enough to make her own friends. But if I ever learn Mara has forsaken her future to follow you or anyone else around the globe...
Ah, there you are. Everyone on a ship can have an effect on her course, and the smallest shift in weight can require a course correction. A navigator must know of everyone on board the way...
All right, let's get to it. All right, Bukra. We're near the manor. You be ready. We may need a quick ticket out of here.
I should have no trouble tracking you, so long as you have your radios. According to the manifest, Reika was held in the mansion. Security will be tight. I suggest avoiding the front door.
You figure? I spent more than a few years studying here. I reckon I know just about every last servant's entrance this manor's got. Just follow me. I'll get us... Hey! Hey! There's no way I'm squeezing through there.
No?
This is gonna be a regular thing with you, isn't it?
Haruna, did you walk out on Luther?
I can cover more ground this way.
Are you crazy? He knows the grounds.
Look, believe it or not, I've done this kind of thing before. I fare much better on my own. Haruna out.
Just get Matos' journal. He knows what Vincent's up to and where Reika could be. This could be over quietly.
Haruna out. Can't risk them giving away my position. I feel a strong convergence in the patterns around this object. A clue, perhaps.
Are you certain your machines can contain her? Matos?
Apologies, Vincent. I haven't been quite myself of late.
You've been spending too much time in that capsule. It's taking its toll on your mind.
Have we had this conversation before? Or perhaps we will have it when... Is this... now?
Might prove
prove useful.
Are you certain your machine... can contain her? Matos.
Apologies, Vincent. I haven't been quite myself of late.
You've been spending...
What is that sound?
We have just received word that transports have started rolling in.
Good. Pack all essentials and make sure the doors and windows are all secure. Doesn't look like we'll be back here for a good while.
Top floor.
Same goes for our former guests' accommodations. And do be extra careful with the instruments up there.
Got it.
Former guest. Reka, looks like I'm headed for the top floor.
Terminals, conduits. Building a radio.
Bukra, I'm heading for the second floor. I believe it's where they're holding Reka.
Good thinking. It's a good place to look. And keep your radio on this time.
Haruna out.
Come on out. You want to talk?
Down you go.
What have we here?
If I'd have found that journal, I'd have a command by now.
That sound again. Probably nothing.
Careful with that, you two.
This isn't our first job, Mahia.
What exactly is this thing?
Tethering capsule. We need to prep it for shipping.
Didn't we already ship Matos' tethering device to the dig site?
This is an early prototype. Not even sure it works properly.
Then why go through all the trouble?
It's headed for Vincent's office in Vienna. Has some kind of sentimental value.
Haruna, Luther's located Dr. Matos.
Matos is here.
You hear that?
Luther's tailing him, but there's a lot of movement around the doctor. He could use your help.
On it.
Bukra, I'll have to get back to...
Intruder!
Fighting solves everything! Stay still! Don't let her touch you!
scarf. It belongs
Humanity
to Reka.
has lived for eons at the mercy. Humanity has lived for eons at the mercy of the Nine, and it has all.
Bukra, I might have found something of interest.
Describe it?
Twin metal capsules connected with complex machinery. One Ascendant called it a tethering device. Bukra?
I think Matos might have found a way of tethering Vincent's shade to Reka's.
What does that mean?
Vincent is obsessed with unleashing Session. The trouble is he can't quite reach it. He's a good diver.
But not as good as Reka.
Precisely. Matos' device solves his problem.
I hate to cut in, but I'm staring at the man himself.
Wait. That sound again.
What sound?
A strange hum. I thought... I just had an encounter with one of Matos' technical marvels.
Describe...
I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to hear all about it, but the good doctor won't wait. I suggest you come and join me. Where are you exactly?
The mansion. Top floor.
Huge room? Full of books?
Exactly.
Matos' old office. Look for a passage behind one of the bookshelves.
How do you know this?
I told you. Spent years working here. I know this place inside out.
Be sure to give the place a good once through before heading out.
Maybe if I peek. There's a strange familiarity to these paintings. Could be something of interest. Maybe if I peek. So many locations across the globe. Maybe if I peek. Maybe if I peek. Maybe if I peek. Maybe if I peek.
Maybe if I peek. Maybe if I peek. Maybe if I peek.
Nothing. The footholds in that wall could support my weight. Matos is clearly a genius. Matos' workshop. These shackles are woven into Reka's pattern. She was held here. These almost look like commandments.
You think I'm a monster?
I think you're a child. Naive and wounded. Looking for some shiny bauble to make you feel better.
You mean to tell me that a woman of your abilities can't see the shadows looming? You can't smell the blood in the streets? Or hear the grinding of the war machines? You can't, can you? Oh, Reka. You need Session's help more than anyone.
That's him. Dr. Emilio Matos.
My journal. That's where they find it.
It's all right, Dr. Matos. We'll come back for the book.
Matos is getting away.
Don't worry. I know where they're headed. But I need his journal, or Bucra's likely to have my hide.
I'd rather have his journal than your hide.
There she is. My very own guardian angel. Let's give these fellas some dancing lessons.
She's here.
Forget the book. I need to get into Matos' head.
I wouldn't recommend it.
The good doctor does seem a bit more